Ever wonder, how do I create consistent content on LinkedIn that is really attracting my ideal audience and not weird? How many of you just don't post on LinkedIn because you don't want to be weird? You're like, I don't know, Melissa. I've never used LinkedIn as an entrepreneur. I just remember it as an employee in corporate, and I don't want to show up the wrong way. Well, tune in today. I'm going to walk you through the simple steps. And this is a training I did in a recent masterclass. I'm going to walk you through the simple steps, give you the roadmap to being consistent with your content that's going to attract and align your ideal clients and really build that attraction marketing that we talk about and not be weird. I hope you enjoy this episode. Need some effective, tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in. So let's walk through 5 days of content. Who's ready to map out their 5 days of content? Or 3. Yes, you can start with 3. You want to be multidimensional and relatable. So let's start with, read these as day 1, value and authority, day 2, relatability, day 3, personal development. You get it. Now, if you can't commit to 5 days a week, that is okay. I want you to commit to what you can be consistent with. So if that means you need to spread these 5 categories out over a 2-week cycle, it's just like going to the gym. Don't get like all hyped up by my energy today and be like, I'm going to go to LinkedIn, I'm going to post 5 days a week, and I'm going to grow my network by 100. It's just like the person who goes to the gym after not being there for a year and they overcommit and then they burn out and then they don't do it. What I want to see you do is commit to something that you're going to be able to be consistent with. Know your workflow, okay? And so it's just about being consistent. So with value, provide relentless value as an authority. How else will they know that you are an expert? Now, some of you are an expert in more than one area. And inside of our academy, we actually coach you on how to break this into different avatars. Actually, one of you submitted a question about this because you have 2 totally different client types, even though you're under the same umbrella in the financial space. One is investing hundreds of millions and one is maybe investing their first 100,000. And I know some of you are like, well, do I create new accounts for these people? And the answer is no. LinkedIn will actually blackball your account if they find that your name is duplicate and you have multiple accounts. What you do is you market on different days to your different audiences. I'm not going to get into a rabbit hole on that right now. We do custom coaching on this inside of the academy on how you get really clear with separate swim lanes with different audiences under the same account. But what I will say is, how many of you have gone car shopping and you never saw the car on the road until after you decided that was the make and model you wanted to buy? And then you saw it everywhere? It's the same thing with marketing. So if you've got a split audience, just know as long as you're not trying to blend the messages, but you're actually creating content on completely separate days, the people who are car shopping for that content are going to see it, and the ones who aren't are going to scroll right past it. But we do a lot of coaching on that inside the academy. But day 1, value, authority. And you need to go back to your notes from yesterday on like why people are on LinkedIn in the first place. You want to be bringing value to them for why they're on the platform. Now, the second category is relatability. So this is different than value and authority. If you go to my post maybe today or yesterday, I was giving tips on LinkedIn. Well, why would I be doing that? Because I'm trying to generate curiosity around me being an expert on LinkedIn. So you'll come join my masterclass. I'm bringing value, credibility. Relatability is different. Some of you are losing on LinkedIn because you are so aseptic and so focused just on pushing out your expertise, you've forgotten to do things like tell your story. Many of you launched your business because you solved a problem. And if it's not your story, you need to be relating to your client and meeting them where they are by client stories, case studies. Because if all you're doing is sharing your knowledge and expertise, and if all you're doing is casting the vision of rainbows and unicorns, and they're stuck over here, they can't see past that and they don't relate to you. We want to create some relatability on day 2, where it's testimonials, your personal story, life before, life now, or the situation before, the case before, the result afterwards. And so these are things, the way you can relate to them, some things to write down. What keeps them up at night? What wakes them up in the morning? What do they stress about during the day? What do they dream about? These are the things I want you thinking about. People want to know you understand their problem better than anyone else. Now, number 3 is personal development. Be human. Remember, why do people come to LinkedIn? To grow personally and professionally. So again, instead of being aseptic and only pushing your business, actually jump onto LinkedIn and play on the platform like a regular user would on occasion. So what would a regular user do on occasion? They love sharing their thoughts on what they're currently working on. So for instance, when my business took off, I started learning a lot about tax law, because I had to, because I jumped massively in my tax bracket. Well, that's not my subject matter expertise, but I felt like I was learning a lot of things that I wanted to share with people on my feed. Hey, this is something I've been learning that you guys may find really interesting.
If you feel like you're screaming into the void when you post content on Facebook or Instagram, struggling to find a sustainable and scalable lead generation process that sticks, and you just want someone who's been there and done that to reveal their secrets, then it's critical that you register to save your spot ASAP. During this live masterclass, you'll get to steal the exact strategy I used to scale my income from $0 to 1 million in just 19 months without spending a fortune on ads or suffering from burnout. Simply check out the show notes of the podcast episode for the link to register for your free spot in the LinkedIn Lead Gen Masterclass. And don't worry, even if you miss a couple of days or you can't make it to all the training sessions, we'll deliver the replays directly into your inbox daily so you can watch them on your own time. All you have to do is make sure you sign up for the masterclass before registration ends.
Another thing I'll share with you, and maybe you don't want to get this personal, but it really allowed connection for me with my audience, because I come from being a very burnt out, overdriven, high-level corporate leader who was an angry, stressed out, not a very happy to be around person prior to exiting corporate towards the end of it. And I went off on this spiritual journey in Bali and came back with this newfound opportunity to actually apologize to my children for the mother I used to be prior to the work that I did on myself. And that was something really actually difficult for me to share with my audience, and it had nothing to do with my business, but I can't tell you how many people related to the struggle and how many people I connected with who were like, you are a human. Now I can really trust you, and I really want to work with you. You see how this works? Now, the snowflake is beyond your authority and expertise. What makes you unique? What makes you unique? So this is different than what you're working on. This is just your career past and your current state. So snowflakes are all unique. Even if you're a real estate agent, there's something that makes you different from all the others. There's more LinkedIn coaches and business coaches than me. So what makes me unique? Well, I'm a woman in business. I've got multiple children. I'm an athlete. I'm always drawing analogies to performance and business. So you want to draw on what makes you unique. Now, the final category is going to make you guys really happy. Who would like to recycle some of the work you're already doing? How many of you are like, Melissa, what can I do that I've already gotten some stuff on? I teach the recycle day. How many of you guys have a blog, a podcast, book chapters that you've written, Facebook groups, YouTubes, long form videos? This is your chance to recycle. You can repost them just like RT said the other day. He's like, I was already posting all this stuff over on my YouTube channel. It really wasn't all that hard to just repurpose it over on LinkedIn. Don't start from scratch, my friends. And you can turn these into articles, newsletters, lives, carousels. And when you get inside of our academy, we teach you the ins and outs of how you can make it multidimensional and make it appealing to the end user by changing the dimension on occasion. But this is really important. Now, what you don't see here is sales. Now, you're going to want to map out the frequency at how you push out sales and promotions. Notice everything I just shared with you was value. It was attraction marketing. Now, inside of our academy, we work with our clients on really mapping out your weekly, monthly, or your quarterly sales pushes. Those are overlaid within the community building, content building, relationship building, community that you have to build before you build your bank account.
Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. I cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.